Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to be unboxing the Google Pixel Fold, doing a first time setup and a review of this product. So the Pixel Fold is $1,800 and it is Google's newest foldable device. So let's see what we have in the box. So I'm going to lift the front up here, and there we go. And here's the Google Pixel Fold. So I'm going to take that. All right, you can see. Nicely packaged. I'm going to put it to the side for 1 second. And let's see what else we have in the box so we can lift this up as well. We have a little Google booklet, as you can see. I'm going to put it right here. And then we have a USB Type-C to Type-C cable. And we also have a little adapter here that is USB Type-C to standard USB, as you can see. So that's basically all we get in the box. So let's put all these things away and divert our attention to the main dish, which is the Google Pixel Fold. And there we have it. All right, so here we have the Pixel Fold in full glory. Now let's do a quick tour around the device. Let's take a look at the camera system. So as you know, we have triple rear cameras. We have a 48 megapixel main camera. We have a 10.8 megapixel ultra wide camera. And we have a 10.8 megapixel telephoto camera, which is right over here. The setup looks nice, and you can see it is inside its own rectangle. We also have a flashlight right over here. Now look at on the side. On the hinge side, we have nothing. At the bottom, we have the USB Type-C. We have a bunch of microphones here and here at the bottom. And we do have the speaker grill. And we also have the SIM card tray right here at the bottom. And then on this side, what we have is we have the volume rocker. And we also have the power button, which is also a fingerprint sensor. On the top, we have another speaker grill, another microphone, and the antenna bands, as you can see. So honestly, it does feel extremely high quality when I hold this in my hands, and I like the size. And one more thing, on the front, on the top, we do have a selfie camera. It just turned on, by the way, when I pressed the power button, so that's good. But that is in fact a 9.5 megapixel selfie camera that is on the outside. That's the fourth camera on the phone. We have one more camera on the inside. So when we do unfold this product, okay, we're gonna do a full setup, by the way. So I'm unfolding it right now. You just saw. We can certainly see the crease right here, but we do have a camera on the inside. The inner camera is 8 megapixels, and you can see in a little bit, we're gonna see the whole device, but we do have some bezels. These are the hinges right here, as you can see. Okay, let's do a first time setup and see what's going on here. All right, so when you first unfold the phone and you turn it on, this is what you're gonna see. You can do this on the inside or the outside. I like to see the inside, so I'm gonna tap on get started. Okay, we're gonna skip the connection to a mobile network. All right, so it is asking me to connect to a Wi-Fi network. I'm going to do that right now. Now, as I was putting in my password, you can see we have a split keyboard system when the screen is unfolded, which can also be modified to whatever you need it to be. All right, so we're going to look at all those options in a little bit. All right, so we're connected to the Wi-Fi. The device is in fact getting ready. Now, I do wish they give you an option right off the bat to choose night mode or day mode, because I don't really like the night mode that much. I did want to see the bezels and you to see the bezels in full display. So we're going to say don't copy any apps, but you can transfer everything over from any other phone that you own. So let's sign in with my Google account. I'm going to be right back. Okay, so I agreed to adding this account to my Google Pixel Fold. And then you get a bunch of services. You can also accept all the usual stuff. We do have a limited warranty. You can tap over here to see what that is and read it if you want. So that's cool. Tap on next. I'm going to accept all the legal terms. Now I'm going to set up a PIN. So let's do 0000 for now, just for this video. And then it's probably going to give us an option to use the fingerprint sensor. Now we do have a fingerprint sensor on the side over here. I'm going to set that up in a little bit. I'm going to show you guys how fast it is. So I'm going to skip it for now. Okay, but you can set that up right here if you want. You can say I agree. It's now going to ask you to touch it and start the process, as you can see. but I'm going to say do it later, and I'm going to show you how fast it is in a little bit. So let's continue the setup. Tap on continue. You can activate Google hands-free, which is fine. You can do voice match. I'm going to skip that for now. And I'm going to skip this for now as well. You can set up Google Pay. I'm going to skip that as well. Anything else that you want to do, you can make all these modifications in the setup process. I'm going to say no thanks. No thanks. You can learn the gestures, which we already know. I'm going to skip those as well. They're just common gestures, so swipe to go home. And here we are in the Pixel Fold. All right, so let's do a quick fingerprint sensor test. Like I said, it's on the side over here, so I'm going to turn off the phone. Then I'm going to tap on it. There we go. Unlocks, no problem. Let's try that one more time. Turn off, press and hold. Boom, goes right inside. So the fingerprint sensor works perfectly fine. Just make sure you follow the instructions when you're scanning and registering your fingerprint to get the best speeds. Now, real quick, I want to talk about the display. This display is a 7.6-inch display on the inside. When it is unfolded on the outside, you have a 5.8-inch display. That's a wide, usable display. And I do want to let you know these are some bright displays, so outdoor visibility is in fact excellent. All right, so I'm outside over here. I'm looking at the display here. I can see everything clearly. You can see some flickering here. You can ignore that. That's only because of the actual camera I'm using. It is not a sunny day today. It is a cloudy day, but it is pretty bright, and I can see the screen pretty clearly, so that is good. And here's the outer display, as you can see, again with brightness set to maximum. Let me show that to you real quick. Tap over here, brightness at 100%. Again, you can see the flickering. You can ignore the flickering. That is because of the video, but I can see it nice and clear in this bright daytime conditions. Now, Google does claim higher brightness on the Pixel Fold than the Samsung Galaxy Fold 4, but on the outer displays, I'm not seeing that happening. It looks like the Samsung display is in fact brighter. But regardless, they're both visible in outdoor conditions. And here's a look at the inner displays, a side-by-side comparison, Fold 4 and the Pixel Fold. On the inside, again, the Samsung looks a little bit more brighter. I do like the fact that I can use the rear cameras right over here and the display on the outside as a viewfinder, so I can take high-quality selfie photos with the main cameras using the front display as a viewfinder. All right, so I made a little modifications. I'm going to show you real quick what I did. It wasn't looking that nice without the modifications, but I went to the display and I changed the appearance from dark to day theme. So now we can see the bezels much more clear. As you can see the split screen menu you get when the phone is unfolded. That same menu would look like this when you are in the outer display when the phone is in fact folded. But this is going to be the split screen unfolded view. Now, one more thing that's very important. When you swipe up like this, you go home, okay? But if you are in an application, let me just go to Chrome browser here. So over here, if I want to do split screen, I can bring up a taskbar by swiping up slowly. That's going to bring this taskbar right here, and I can drag and drop apps to the side to start the split screen view. Of course, multitasking is going to be a major part of having a foldable because you get that additional display real estate, and you can see you can actually make it like this. You can change the size of the multitasking pane, and I'll let you know, super smooth in the Pixel fashion as of now. But if I want to swipe one of these away, I can just swipe it away and go back to single app view. And if I pull the notifications panel down, again, you can see that we have a split screen format. I'm really liking this. Good that they're using the display intelligently, as you can see. Now, one observation I'm going to make is when you have the phone folded like this, the screen is quite large and it's very easy to use with one hand and see everything on the display. I do much prefer this over Samsung Fold devices because they do have a narrower display, and using the outer display is much harder. With this one, it is just so easy. Look at this. Large display on the outside, and that's one of the biggest highlights of this phone. But of course, I want to go on the inside and look at the features you can use when the phone is unfolded. One thing I want to let you know, you can see we have a bunch of home screens here. When I do unfold this phone, those same screens get transferred to the inside. You cannot have two different home screens on the outside and inside for now, whatever's on the outside gets replicated on the inside. So that's the first screen on the outside, that's the second screen on the outside. Now if I press and hold, I get the menu. I can go to the widgets, all right, as usual. Just want to show you guys a little bit here what's going on. Got the battery widget. Let's get a clock over here. All right, so I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to dump it right here. All right, I'm going to do the transparent one. And then looks like I cannot resize it for some reason. Oh, I can. Okay, so I can resize that. That's good. And again, if I press and hold, I can go into the wallpaper and style. And again, we have a split screen view. It takes you straight into the actual menu. So if I were to go to the settings right over here, scroll down and go into wallpaper and style, that's exactly where it takes you, and you can make the modifications right from here, as you can see. Now about the dock at the bottom, when I pull this up, you can see you get this dock. This dock is in fact a replica of what you see at the bottom. So if I were to make some modification to this, let me just grab this, grab this over here. I'm going to put it right here. Then I'm going to grab the YouTube and I'm going to put it right here. Okay. So now when I pull up the dock, you can see that's going to be the replica of the actual dock at the bottom here. Let's see if I can add additional ones over here. I can grab this. So no, as of now, I can only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items at the bottom. I'm waiting for them to expand that to even more. However, when you do pull up the dock, you do have the ability to tap here and access all the applications. Now, one more thing that's very important is when it comes to accessing all the apps, when you tap this guy and access all the apps, you can also start split screen right from here. Press and hold, you get this menu. You can split right or left. Okay, let's do left. So dash go to the left. That's one way to do it. Other way, if you go inside again, let me bring this up. If you go inside again, and if you press and hold, you can also drag and drop. Okay, so you can drag and drop any app in the dock, or if you tap this, you can do it from here. Now we cannot do three-way multitasking, as you can see. Okay, it's only 2 apps for now. On Samsung Fold devices, you can go up to 3. Without a question, these bezels are extremely thick. Okay, now that's not going to bother everybody in the world, but it's going to bother some people. If you're looking for thinner bezels, you are going to have to go with a Samsung Galaxy Fold device, which has superior design when it comes to the unfolded display. It is simply more immersive. This one with the bezels might look a little bit outdated to some people. Personally, I don't care too much, but I would 100% prefer the one with smaller. Now, I do want to let you know that the overall speed and smoothness of this device, animations and all that stuff, is just super smooth as expected from a Pixel device. Of course, this phone is running the Tensor G2 chip, so you know that's a fast chip. It's Google's flagship chip for now. So haven't had any hiccups so far with the performance. Of course, these things manifest themselves over time as you use them more and more. But as of right now, yeah, this is a super smooth, super slick phone from a software perspective. All right, so a couple things that I'm not going to be able to test is the battery life just yet because I just got the phone. But so far, based on my use, the battery has been draining pretty normally. But we're not sure if it's going to last full day or not. And the other thing I'm not going to be able to test just now are the cameras, because that requires a lot of time and that's going to come later. But one thing I'm going to quickly mention is the Geekbench scores do produce some really high results. So the performance on this phone, I'm going to say, is pretty solid. What I do like about this phone is the fact that the outer display is large and highly usable. It's almost like having a regular phone at your fingertips. But for $1,800, it is not going to give you the full premium feel of the Pixel 7 Pro. And on the inside, you do have these thick bezels. As a technology enthusiast, that does bother me. But like I said, that may not bother a lot of people. So it may or may not be a big deal based on who you are. Another thing that I don't like on the Pixel Fold is the dock over here is not as customizable as I want it to be. I want to be able to add more products. And also, when you go over here and you change a wallpaper on the lock screen or the home screen, you get the same wallpaper on the inside display and the outside display. You cannot customize the interior and the exterior display independently. So overall, I think this is a great phone with some shortcomings. Some of them can be addressed with a software update. Other ones are going to have to be hardware upgrades in the next generation. But that's it for now. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.